What's going on, Fellowship Hi-Crest? This is your Jumpstart for February 27th, 2023, and we are talking about Judges chapter 4. And first off, I just want to say that verse 24 reminds me of that moment in Rush Hour when Chris Tucker goes, "Clean yourself up, man. You dead." This book is wild. If you haven't read it, definitely read it. And I could talk about a lot of things from this chapter. I could talk about Barak and how God used him even though he was fearful. I could talk about Deborah and a strong woman being in a position of power. I could even talk about Jael and what it means when you come against God's people. There's a lot of characters I could talk about, but I actually want to talk about the true hero of the story. Spoiler alert, it's God. You know, my son is 2 years old, and he's at this point where he always says, "Hey, I really want to put my shoes on myself. I can do it. I can do it." And so he'll take the shoes out of my hand, and he tries to put them on, and I wait about 10 seconds, and I get, "Can you help me?" I said, "Yes, son." And I unlace his shoes some, and I pull the tongue out, and I stretch him out, and then I push him over his foot, and I go, "Can you get it?" And he goes, "Ugh." And he pushes his heel into the shoe. And then guess what he says? "I did it. I did it." And sometimes we're just like that. God we'll be trying to do things our own way, and it's really not working out. And we go, "God, can you help me?" And then he does all the work. He stretches that situation out. He pulls things out of your life. He pulls things out of the way. And then he goes, "All right, now give me a little bit of effort. Walk through it. I've already prepared the job. I've already prepared the grant. I've already prepared the opportunity. Just write it. Just walk in. Just apply." And you go do it. And you go, "I did it." And that's what it's like when we look at this passage and we see anything other than God moving. Because when the army came that Deborah and Barak were leading, what happened? It says that the army went marching and they went forward and they were still coming up against 900 chariots and men. And then God threw them into a panic. In your life, I don't know what you're facing right now. I don't know what you're coming up against. I want to encourage you to spend time in the Word of God because it will remind you that God is the one tying the laces. God is the one stretching the shoes. God is the one putting you in the right position. Now, it's time for you to push. It's time for you to go, and step into what God is leading you to do because he'll never leave you nor forsake you. Judges chapter 4. Continue to power up, pour in, spill out. Have a blessed day.